Hi everyone. Today we are talking about the pros and cons of using Arabic, spoken Arabic in the class. So as we all know, Arabic has a really wide gap between spoken and standard, not like all other European languages. So let's have it for example. You would be anta in standard, but inta in spoken. Anti would be inti. The first thing that you have to be aware that this is not that easy for learners because European languages are more sensitive to vowels than Arabic. It would be for Arabs that almost the same thing. You say anta or inti because a, e, u, these vowels are not that. They are important, but they're less important than European language. For example, a and a doesn't make two different words. E and e doesn't make two different words. You can say e or e, whatever the word has e, you can say e. If the word has e, you can say e. So for example, kitab, you can say kitab or kitab. The same for o and u. So you can say o, you can say u. It depends on the person. Okay, most of the time, not all the time. So you have to be aware of this, that it's not that easy. Okay? Secondly, the second awareness that this, when it's just about pronoun, it might be easier than if it's related to grammar. So for example, when you say your book, in spoken it's kitabak, but in standard, you have to first know the class of the word, so the end of the word might be affected by which class of the word. So it might be kitabuka or kitabika or kitabaka according to the class, declination of the word. So if the students get used to the spoken one, then it might be affecting his grammar. But this has to do with the goal of the student. So this has to do with the students, as I said, that you have to be aware of the background of the European language and also the aim of the student. Like he wants more to read books or to interact with people. Okay? So regarding this one, my advice is to start up to B1 with the standard one. Okay? And then when the student is totally immersed in the standard and confident about using the standard, they can switch to the spoken. So up to B1, B2, something like that in the standard. So they say in the kitab. The third part about expressions that are in spoken versus expressions in standard. And when I mean expressions, I mean the spoken conversational expressions. So for example, things like really, or like you ready, or like do you remember, did you forget, come on, these things. In this part, I would recommend to use spoken, as it does not affect grammar, it does not have later on bad consequences. So for example, I teach bigad instead of haqqan. Haqqan is the standard, but it feels fake. It feels fake, and this part of language is related to emotion and interact with people. So you wouldn't be very careful about reading books and feeling really when you read books. It's most important with people. So you have to know the language people use. So it's bigat instead of haqqa. And fakir. Fakir is one of the examples, as you know, of the ism fa'al, which is Arabic spoken variation of using a verb. So instead of saying, do you remember as a verb, you can say, are you remembering? Something like this. It means the same thing, but it's not a verb. And it's very helpful, so I recommend to use it because you can use it, you can reach really advanced level of conversational language with a student without having the need to learn present tense, for example, because with this kind of words you don't need to know conjugation of the verb. You just need to know to add female ending and male ending. So you can use it to you say, do you remember? Did you forget? Are you going? Are you coming? And you don't use the verb, but it's you will not find this in the book. You have to be aware that this kind of language, it's mostly about chatting, speaking with people, or hearing it in the TV. So to sum up, advantages will be more integration with people, understanding people around you makes motivation. But the disadvantage that it can postpone grammar learning and might be hard for students to switch. So my advice is to use the spoken when it comes to the expressions, and my advice is to use standard regarding the grammatical part up to B2 where the students are confident, and then you can switch. Thank you so much. See you later.